Hello, good morning students. I am Jagjeev. Today we would be starting with class 10th, first chapter of civics, power sharing. Students, in this chapter, the writer had cleared the term of power sharing with the help of example. They have talked about two countries. One is Belgium, another one is Sri Lanka. Let me make clear it through the story of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Students, please open up your copies so that you could be writing side by side. Firstly, we need to understand the composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. Let's start with Belgium. First of all, what is the location of Belgium? Belgium is located in Europe. It is a part of European Union. So, the location of Belgium is clear. It is located in Europe. After that, the area of Belgium, it is smaller than Haryana. All of us know that Haryana is a smaller state in India, just in the north of Punjab. So, Belgium is much smaller than Haryana. Borders. Belgium shares its borders with city of France, the Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. So, it is surrounded by 4 cities. France, Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. Students, we are going to make notes like this so that we could be able to answer any question whenever asked. So, all of you would be preparing the notes side by side, then I will be sending you questions that you need to answer yourself. The population of Belgium over 1 crore, half of Haryana. It means that the area equal to Haryana and the population half of Haryana. It means the density of Belgium is, it's not very dense country. So the population is half the Haryana. It means that it is more than 1 crore, near about 1 crore. Now, this is all about the physical location of Haryana. Now, what about the people? Ethnic composition. If we talk about ethnic composition, students, what is ethnic composition? Ethnic composition means that in a particular area, the people that are living follow which religion, speaks which language. All these constitute the ethnic composition. If we talk about ethnic composition of Belgium, it is very complicated. Now, in Belgium, 59% people lives in Flemish region. There are 2 regions in Belgium. One is the Flemish region, another one is the Wallonia region. Now 59% of the population lives in Flemish region and they speak Dutch language. 59% speaking Dutch language. 40% people lives in Wallonia region. So you have to write it down that 40% people lives in Wallonia region and they speak French. It means French speaking people are less in the country. In the Wallonia region they are speaking French, and here 59% people are living in Flemish region, they are speaking Dutch. And 1% of the Belgian people speak German. So there are 3 languages being spoken in Belgium. One is Dutch language. 59% people speaks Dutch language, it means that they are in majority. 40% people speaks French language. Where they are living? They are living in Wallonia region. They are in minority, and German 1% of the people are speaking German. So in the whole country, what was the ethnic composition? That Dutch speakings were in majority and French speaking people were in minority. But the capital city of Belgium, Brussels, there the composition is exactly opposite. In the capital city Brussels, 80% population speaks French and 20% speaks Dutch. It's totally opposite to the actual ethnic composition. Look how the ethnic composition was there. 59% speaking Dutch in the whole country, but in the capital city only 20% speaks Dutch. 40% speaks French in the whole country, but in the capital city Brussels, only 80% are French speaking. Actually, what happened in Belgium, there the French speaking population was less, but they were stronger, they were richer population, as they got the benefit of economic and other social reforms much earlier than the Dutch speaking population. We would be studying all these things in the further coming topics. So, are you clear with the composition of the Belgium? Now, let's speak about the composition of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka got its independence in 1948. 1948, where is Sri Lanka located? It's few kilometers. There Sri Lanka is a islands. You have surely seen Sri Lanka in our Indian map. It's just on the southern part of India. It is an island few kilometers from the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. Its population is 2 crore, same as Haryana. Now, the ethnic composition in Sri Lanka is also very complex. Here in Sri Lanka, 74% people are Sinhala speakers. That is the language in Sri Lanka, Sinhala. 74%, it means it's a clear-cut majority. 74% are speaking Sinhalas, and mostly Sinhalas are following the Buddhist religion. 74% Sinhala speaking follows Buddhism. 18% are Tamil speakers. They speak Tamil language. Now, Tamil speakers are also having two different groups. 13 out of the 18% Tamils, 13% are Sri Lankan Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils means whose forefathers originate from Sri Lanka. And rest 5% are Indian Tamils. Indian Tamils means those Tamils whose forefathers are from India and they migrated to Tamil Nadu. They migrated to Sri Lanka. Those are the Indian Tamils. So, 13% Sri Lankan Tamils and rest 18% Indian Tamils. Now in the Tamils, the religion they follow is either Hindu or Muslim. Mostly all the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims, they do not follow Buddhism. And the rest 7% population in Sri Lanka are the Christian population, which could be both Tamil speaking or Sinhala speaking. So, this is a composition or ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. 74% Sinhalas. They are in majority, they are in clear-cut majority. So, they try to dominate the Tamil speakers. And those Christians, they are in a very huge minority. So, that language we are not taking much care of. We are just bothered about these two and here these two. So in Belgium, 59% living in Flemish speaking Dutch, 40% living in Wallonia speaking French. Majority, minority. Here 74% Sinhalas and 18% Tamils, majority, minority. Now, look what happened in both the